Natuwa ako kanina. I was watching the news. May in-announce si Trump. Sabi niya gano'n. Oh, ayaw niya ng border wall. Sabi niya, fine. So yung overcapacity dito tayo sa border sa immigration. Ang sabi niya, ibabas namin yung mga sobrang illegal immigrants. Lalagay natin sa mga sanctuary cities dahil yun ang gusto niyo.
So, meron silang specific cities na underpopulated? Or...
Hindi. Yung tinatawag na sanctuary city, yun yung mga...
camp?
Hindi. California is a sanctuary city. Meaning, Los Angeles ata. Meaning...
Diverse population.
Hindi. They allow illegal immigrants there. Kahit wala kang visa, doon ka lang.
Hindi sila tight when it comes to non-documented aliens. Okay.
New York is also another one. So sabi ni Trump, gusto ng mga Democrats sa mga refugee, gusto niyo raw, mahal niyo raw sila.
Right.
Sige, yung mga sobrang tayo, babas namin papunta dyan. Galit sa mga Democrat.
Hindi, pero kasi you see the double standards. Na, okay, we're fighting for this particular cause, but when that cause affects you directly.
Yun na nga hypocrisy, yung mga tinatawag na hypocrisy of the Democrats.
They call them left-wing. So, leftist.
On local news naman, si Panelo, di ba sabi niya, atin ang, ano yun?
Right. I heard that.
Yung,
ano
yun,
yung West Philippine Sea?
Hindi. Yung isang island lang na pinag-uusapan ngayon. Spratly siya. Or,
basta
meron isang island.
Pag-asa or something.
Or something like. Tapos sabi ni Panelo, atin yan. Sabi ni Duterte, atin yan. Eh, naglabas ng press release ng China. Hindi, that remains sovereignty of China.
Okay.
Puta, paano ngayon?
Pero if you look at it from a third person's perspective, so hindi Filipino, hindi Chinese. The Philippines is claiming this. China is claiming this. The same property. Which is why it's disputed. Because both sides are laying claim dun sa property.
Oo, pero again, pagdating sa ganyan, it boils down to ano yung documentary evidence.
Right.
We have our old maps to say that it's ours.
And China also has that same.
Hindi, wala sila nun. Wala.
They have this 9-dash line.
Bago yun. Ngayon yun eh. Bago yun eh. Parang tayo, meron from ancient maps. Sinasabing kasama natin yan. Okay? Yun yung basis ng claim natin. China just suddenly went, hindi, amin yan.
So, ang pagkakaintindi ko, we're claiming yung set of islands due to its proximity dun sa
because of the UNCLOS.
Economic zone something.
Yes. And then, let's lay the premise first. Iba yung sovereignty. Iba yung exclusive economic zones.
Right.
Okay? Pag sinabing sovereignty, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, Palawan, etc. Exclusive economic zones was born out of yung UNCLOS. Okay? Question, is it ours? No, never was ours. The UNCLOS was made para hindi magkagulo yung mga islands, mga countries still claiming the islands. Para meron kayo, dito ka lang ha, dito kayo mangingisda. Para sa mangingisda yun eh.
Okay.
Hindi sa military blah blah blah.
Right.
Eh sabi ng China, hindi naman kami member ng, hindi naman kami pumirma sa UNCLOS. Amin yan. Ngayon, which happened during Pinoy's time, anong proof nyo na inyo yan?
Right. So they're using yung 9-dash
line na sila lang ang gumawa. Sila lang gumawa. For whatever fucking
they're calling it authentic, pero we don't know. So
maybe
maybe it's not. Maybe it's
parang ganito yan. They enacted a law. Parang tayo sa Kongreso. Yung Kongreso natin enacted a law, one island is ours. Ganun lang yung nangyari sa kanila.
Okay. Makes sense. So, they declared, parang ano yan, parang sa Constitution natin, there's a section there for territory.
Yes. Tapos ang problema niyan, since time immemorial, we've been calling it the South China Sea.
Right.
Which is also parang, bakit mo tinawag na South China Sea kung ganun din lang naman?
Which is ngayon, we're switching to West Philippine Sea.
Tayo, sa totoo lang, tayo lang yun.
Everybody else calls it South China Sea.
Oh, international news will call it South China Sea, never West Philippine Sea. So medyo contentious pa rin yun. But the thing is, I like yung stance ng ibang ASEAN countries na si Widodo said, not even an inch.
Right, like Vietnam also has a very strict policy when it comes to borders.
Ay tayo, anak ka ng weki. Tayo ang pinakamalapit dun.
Eh, kinakain tayo ng internal politics natin.
Yeah.
I think that's where the problem is. Kung unified tayo, like these other nations, diba? Parang, okay, we all shout the same statement na this is ours, regardless kung sino yung in power during the time, regardless whose political party affiliation these people have. Diba? Yun yung problema eh. They're, parang, dilawan kami, DDS kayo, mali yung ginawa nyo dati, doesn't matter kung anong context nung nangyari. Basta mali kayo because you're associated with a certain group of people. Right.
And tsaka we've never been able to surpass yung feudal tribal mentality na meron tayo.
Right.
Like, remember yung point ko about federalism. Diba? The reason why it works for other countries, north, south, east, west, pag tinanong mo, ano ka? Indonesia. Kunyari lang. Ano ka? Japanese. Ano ka? American. Eh dito. May kanya-kanyang region, kanya-kanyang politics, kanya-kanyang ugali. We cannot even agree that we're all... Alam mo, there are only 2 instances kung kailan tayo naging Pilipino. Boxing? Hindi. Ipa-broaden natin yan. Pag may nangyari sa Pinoy abroad.
Anything na successful
sa Pinoy,
that you can relate sa pagiging Pilipino, however remote it is. Diba?
Filipino pride.
Filipino pride.
Tapos, pagka merong racist na sinabi sa atin.
Which is sometimes sobrang babaw or sometimes it's even true.
Doon lang.
Like,
yung dalawang yun lang.
Like, I don't remember the show. Yung nurses, Filipino nurses.
Desperate Housewives.
I think so, yeah.
Sinabi ni Terry Hatcher.
Oo.
Na ayaw niya ng mga doctors na galing ng Pilipinas.
Diba? If it's a personal preference, let's say it's not just a movie. It's not just a TV show. If somebody prefers
someone else,
right?
Prerogative nila yun.
Right. These are truths that are happening.
It's not even racist. As in, tipong wala naman sinabing pangit ang mga doktor.
It's just that I have preferences.
It's not bad.
Parang sinabi ko na ayoko ng general physician mag-check sa akin. Gusto ko specialist. Even though I'm not particularly sure kung ano yung problema ko. Inuubo ako, gusto ko agad. Pulmonary.
Kunyari, there are, hindi mo matatanggal kahit sa ating mga Pinoy. Na tipong, minsan sa atin, mas, kunyari, sabihin natin nurse or doctor, you feel more comfortable na kababayan mo. Am I right?
True.
Kunyari, anong province mo? Kapapang ka ba?
Hindi, Manila ako.
Kunyari, ako, Ilocano ko. Well, at least my dad. Ako, wala na akong maramdamang Ilocano sa akin. Hindi nga ako nasasalita. If my doctor says, she's Ilocano or he's Ilocano, blah, 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 you feel a little comfort there.
Right.
Diba? Versus yung tipong, from the get-go, not to be mean or anything. There's nothing wrong with it. From the get-go, check up ka ng doktor mo, may punto. Diba?
We need to get past that shit.
Oo nga, true. Pero, kumbaga, yung nga mas panatag ang loob mo, if they speak the same.
Right. Yung communication barrier kasi is not there. Wala yung language barrier. Mas madali. So here's...
there's nothing wrong with any region, any doctor from any region.
It's just that
any
you have a preference.
Accent, any punto, doesn't matter.
Maybe
they're all doctors.
Maybe they're better than your
preference.
We don't know that. Pero kasi patients, it's not all about getting that treatment in a way that the doctor wants it. Minsan gusto mo the bedside manners are important. You want to be assured.
Meron kasi, diba, we all know this, ang Bicolano, malambing.
Baka Ilonggo.
Ilonggo ba yun?
Ilonggo.
Sorry.
Sa side ni Papa.
Hindi, I mean, kunyari, imagine an Ilongga doctor, an Ilongga nurse. Tone pa lang malambing na yun. Tone pa lang malambing.
Hindi ka natitense.
Right.
So, on a separate topic, we had this conversation before about dun sa Bataan nuclear power.
Ah,
So, do you think we should have nuclear power in the Philippines?
yes, you should.
Do you think, okay, good, because I agree. And the second question I think is, should we simply rehabilitate the existing Bataan nuclear power plant and start
No.
making? Okay.
The reason for that is all articles point to yung Bataan Nuclear Power Plant is faulty kaya hindi mapatakbo eh. Faulty to begin with. Okay. Whether you love Marcos or not, na-scam siya ron. Na-scam siya ron.
Pwede.
Hindi, it's true. I mean, these are guys sa Westinghouse, the Westinghouse company who started up yun.
This was made by Westinghouse.
Yes. Ngayon, eto sila. Siyempre si Marcos, magkano naman ang pera natin nun? Looking for a nuclear power
This
plant.
costed like what, 2 billion?
Something like. Wala pang ganung pera nung araw.
Dollars to.
So, we need a nuclear power plant. We need the cheapest and blah, blah, blah. Here comes Westinghouse. Na tipong, oh kami, blah, 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 blah. Eh tipong hindi naman pala sila magmahusay sa ganun.
Hindi nila specialization.
Oo, nadala siya sa marketing.
Ngayon, there's this thing also that I think affected why it was never actually used. Remember back in the 80s, yung Chernobyl? Di ba? When they're saying lahat ng, anong milk yung Bear Brand? Na lahat contaminated. It was
Everything was.
a news that was, don't buy this
Chernobyl.
brand of milk dahil contaminated. So,
Daw.
I think that also contributed to, okay, we don't feel it's safe. Let's not push through with it unless we want to experience the same thing that Russia has. Meltdown.
Hindi lang yun. Wag na tayong lumayo. Recently sa Japan, di ba? Yung nuclear power plant, tinamaan ng...
And that's Japan.
Oo. Well, let's put it this way. Those are the dangers of everyday life.
Right.
Whether or sabihin na natin yung Bataan nuclear power plant yung tinamaan, ganun din eh. So I believe if we're going to invest, kung meron man tayong budget for that, to invest in a nuclear power plant, it has to be a new one, a modern one. Ganun eh.
And I agree, we need to start using nuclear. Almost yung mga superpower countries have nuclear power. Diba? Let's try to cut down on the whole power na power plants. Unang-una, nuclear can produce, I think, 10 times more than its counterparts.
And a lot cheaper in the long run. In the long run.
Yun nga, that's the second part.
It's
very cheap.
Pag nabayaran mo yung utang mo ron, purong profit yun.
It's all incoming.
Oo.
Yung maintenance mo is fraction lang talaga ng pera.
Right.
Pero you really need to make sure na you invest in maintenance. Upkeep. Kasi hindi siya katulad ng train na nag-i-stop pag nasira na pwede kayong maglakad.
Mahirap yun.
Diba?
Magkamali ka ron, putang ina.
Isang ecosystem yung...
Right.
And
ilan lang naman tayo. Lagay mo na lang sabihin natin somewhere mid-central Luzon yan. Siyang ina, nandun yung rice natin.
Oh. So, pero I'm thinking we should have one in Luzon and we should have one in Mindanao.
Hindi ko alam ang engineering yan. Hindi ko alam ang engineering yan. Pero I have this belief na tipong it could power the whole.
But you still want redundancy. Kasi kung isa lang yan,
pag nag-fail,
diba, wala kang...
Hindi, ang redundancy mo is yung existing, kasi hindi mo naman pwedeng tibagin yung mga yung mga hydropower natin. Hindi pwedeng tibagin na yun. So, yun ang backup mo. So, one is enough. Yun lang yun. Yung kung ano yung existing natin ngayon.
Hindi natin specialization.
Yeah, but sa akin ganun, if I were to invest in it, kunyari, if I were the president to invest in it, sabihin ko, sige, yung ating mga existing, yun, backup for the nuclear power plant.
Pwede.
Kasi hindi naman pwede, hindi naman pwede habang ginagawa, itigil lahat ng kuryente.
Tama. So along the way, since you're dependent on nuclear, you can start injecting mga green sources of energy. na hindi siya, you don't rely on it too much, you can start perfecting the technology.
Ako, I'd rather wait kasi there's no existing green energy that still works. Wala. Wala.
Well,
I mean, lagay natin yung solar.
Mhm.
Solar. There was a study that you have to have a super large piece of land to put in all the
Right.
solar power,
may
solar panel
farm ka kailangan.
to power a city
Mhm.
sa needs niya. Okay, that's one. Secondly, yung solar batteries.
The batteries is the major talaga.
Saan mo isa-store yan?
It's what's holding up the technology.
Oh.
The battery technology it's not even moving forward fast enough.
Yeah. Hindi, saan mo isa-store yun? Pangatlo, yung dispose sa pag wasted na yung battery.
The batteries, the panels.
Saan mo tatapon?
Right. Ngayon siguro we need to find out how to dispose of and how dangerous these are.
Yung mga windmills na yun, matagal nang disproven yan na
They are supplemental lang sila. They're not something you can rely on.
It's not effective. Kasi you need also power to generate the damn thing.
Okay.
Yun eh. It doesn't like tatayo mo ganyan parang pinwheel na ganun.
Mabigat yun eh.
Oh.
I've seen it sa Tanay.
Yeah.
I've
Hindi siya tinayo mo, iikot niya. No, you have to spin it as well.
Right. Bigyan mo siya ng momentum.
Yeah. And that's every day. Walang patayan niya. Oh. So, it's still not perfect.
Parang the most, one of those can generate parang, what, 2 megawatts? Or 20?
Wala akong idea. Pero the thing is nga, wala pang existing green energy that works. Wala pa. It's not, fantasy project pa yun.
Siguro, for now, kasi isa sa mga gusto ko rin mangyari is I'll have my own solar panels at home to supplement whatever consumption.
Pwede. Yun yung halimbawa, kung per house yan, okay. Okay. Kumbaga, ito ang solar panel, kabit mo sa roof mo, tapos it will generate what? A little electricity for some rooms or whatever.
Right. Kahit yung lights mo lang ang cover. Should be enough.
Pero, ang problema naman sa atin kasi, tropical country tayo. Pag binagyo yan, good luck sa solar panel.
Maybe it needs to be something that's detachable.
Tuwing uulan, tatanggalin mo.
Not necessarily tuwing uulan. I mean, there are forecasts naman pag ang mga super typhoons. I think those are the only times you need to.
Again, those are some of the things you should consider when installing that. Ako, inisip ko na rin sa bahay, pakabit kaya ako. At least man lang may tumakbong kunyari ilaw lang, di ba?
Right.
Yung hindi masyadong loaded. Pero, yun na nga, SM, I think, has done it. Yung mall nila. If I'm not mistaken, MOA.
Okay, supplement to what they're using. Yun lang naman siya talaga eh. For now, supplement.
Pero tingnan mo yung buong roof niya is solar panel.
I'm not sure.
Yun yung nabasa ko. Na, green blah blah blah.
Because I've seen mga vlogs, travel vlogs where they go to MOA, they fly a drone. I don't see it. Or maybe I'm missing it. I'm not sure.
I mean, it may not be MOA, but it's one of the SM malls na naka-solar panel na siya. And I don't know what it's powering. But anyway, ngayon, kung gano'n kalaki yung land mo, pwede siguro.
But I know somebody, and he posted this on Facebook na he invested on some equipment ng solar batteries and all. And he said his energy consumption was cut down by 30%, which is significant.
Kung 10,000 ang binabayaran mo, 7, not bad. Not bad.
Significant.
Pero, before mo mabawi yung pag-i-install mo niyan, how long?
Right. Well, which is, again, since bago yung technology, I know it's been there for the longest time.
Baka by that time na mabawi mo yung consumption mo sa electricity.
Paso na yung ibang equipment.
Hindi. By the time mabawi mo yung in-invest mo sa solar power, yung tinaas ng kuryente, wala na rin kwenta.
Pwede. Pero that's one of the plans I have. Tsaka there's this also nice technology, yung water heating.
Oh yeah.
You seen that?
Yeah.
They run
Sa Japan,
pipes.
ginagamit yun.
They run pipes.
Sa Japan, ginagamit. Nakita ko yung, ang dami yung sa Channel 9 yata, yung Japan documentaries.
Sino yung babae?
Yung Japan, basta may Japan
KBS ba ito?
documentary.
KBS? Hindi, Korean pala yung KBS.
Basta may Japan, yung mga Japanese houses na may naka-solar panel tapos sabi, ini-heat lang yung water.
Meron nun. Ito, mga pipe siya where water is run tapos diretso sa tangke na
mainit na.
Ano siya, insulated. Ganda. So, I think everybody should start investing on their own. Don't expect the government to do it for them.
Okay.
Takes
on
capital.
that note, remember, ang can afford
Yes, that's true.
is only 10%
That is true.
of 100 million people. So, it's still, kita mo, this is where we go to platitudes and virtue signaling, etc. You go green, fine. Those who can afford it. Paano yung iba who are the majority of
Pwede.
Halimbawa, yung the poorest of the poor, gusto mong bumili sila ng solar panel, palalagyan ng solar panel ng gobyerno, ano ba? Di ba? Hindi. It's weird.
Well, if you can, you should. That's what I'm saying.
It has zero effect. Zero effect on kung ang premise mo is environmental sound, environmentally sound.
It's really more on savings.
Babalik tayo dun sa bago mo mabawi yung ininvest mo dyan. See?
Well,
it goes back and forth that way.
For now, kasi we don't have solid numbers on the ROI for these types of facilities. Di natin alam kung anong lifespan ng solar panels. When do you replace it? Is it, have you...
CDR King, tataon po.
Right.
Tanong.
I mean, pero I don't really trust their...
Hindi, doon na lang, that's the cheapest what we've had na accessible so far. So, why not ask? Meron mga ahente dyan who would say, oh, we have 5 years, blah, 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 blah.
Pero nga, by the time na mag-replace ka nung panels, was it worth it? Baka mamaya, hindi mo pa siya nabawi or nag-break even ka lang. Nonsense.
Yeah, exactly.
Right,
so even if it's noble, it's not really picking up.
I'm not into the saving the environment for that. Talagang it's more on savings. That's what I'm looking at. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's really gonna cost you more.
That's a good research, pare.
Oh.
On probably our next episode, maganda nga niya. Kasi kung ipa-plug din naman natin yun and you convince me na the investment is worth it in the long run.
Right.
Tayo na, bakit pati ako?
Oh.
Why not?
Maganda siya. But again, right now, we don't know. I don't know. I have no hard numbers that I can present. Pero it's a thought that comes to me.
Also, yung friend mo, meron ka ng actual testimony yung friend mo na nag-install. Okay, nakatipid ng 30%. Magkano ba yung investment? Sir, pare, $500,000 yung lagay ka.
I don't think that's it. Pero,
bago mo mabawi naman.
Yeah, going back.
Bago mabawi yung $500,000 mo,
return on investment.
Ilang dekada.
Tsaka yung batteries. The batteries die out eventually. Right? How much do they cost?
Right.
I don't even know what type of batteries they use. Baka kotse lang na baterya to, which the discharge rate is very high.
Hindi, lithium. Basta kung ano yung ginagamit mo sa cellphone.
Pero aren't lithium-ion explosives, parang combustible?
All batteries are.
But compared to parang yung magnesium hydrate.
Yeah, pero ang labanan kasi dyan is power output.
Hindi lang yun. Power output and yung discharge rate.
Oo.
Kasi pag mataas ang discharge rate mo, nonsense.
Right.
You charge it for 8 hours, tapos if you don't use it for the next 10 hours, nawawala yung charge.
Yeah. So, yun ang labanan dun kasi. So, it's not about, parang ganito yan eh. Your car can explode. It's how you take care of your car. Ganun yan eh. Di ba?
Siguro within the next year or so, I'll venture into that. Kasi nga, I plan on getting a house built. Hopefully, by next year. If everything falls
I'm interested kasi ikaw yung may ask your friend and yung costing niya. Let's see if...
So I have another friend who actually does that as a business. Yung nag-install sila. maybe I will ask.
I really wouldn't put too much stock in. Alam mo kung bakit? Kasi ang laging bukang bibig niyan marketing, baka potential benta ka. So he will always tell you all the benefits and blah blah blah.
It's you can never have too much information when it comes to those things.
Hindi, I'd rather have actual testimony of someone who actually invested. Okay? Ano ba, if this pen will tell me this will last a lifetime and you're the one manufacturing it, natural sasabihin mo.
Right. May sales stock na kasama.
Right. Ngayon, if there's someone who bought it and then told you tipong, pare, 6 months lang yan. Then I'd ask, paano mo ba ginagamit? Ginagamit ko, iniiwan ko nakaganyan. Ang natural. Di ba?
Yeah.
So ganun. Hindi siya...
I'll get back to that topic siguro after I looked into it deeper. Di ba? Find people who actually have experienced using it, have spent their own money.
Right.
And do they feel it's worth it? Diba? Eventually, yun eh. Diba? You spent your own money for it. Tapos, is it really worth it? Or you find somebody who's selling it to you pero they're not even using it themselves. Diba? Medyo nakakainala.
Right.
Diba? Parang, okay, there's this salesperson telling you, hey, you will save this amount of money, this percent, and will return.
Hindi, not so much. Kasi parang ganito yun ahente ng kotse. Ahente ng kotse. Okay? Binentahan ka ng VIOS. Does it mean may VIOS siya?
Well, but that's a different conversation. What we're talking about here is, kasi kotse, I'll sell you a car, and anong mga selling points nun? Matipid sa gas.
Natural. Ganun din naman yung
mileage,
ganun din naman yung electricity na sinasabi.
Pero when it comes to preference, kasi let's say I'm a very rich person, I don't really care about gas mileage.
Hindi, we're talking about kanina, yung sinasabi mo na tipong yung taong nagbebenta sa'yo.
Pero kasi if they're hard selling it na malaki yung matitipid mo, you would expect them to.
Oo nga naman. Pag ako nag-invest ito kahit sa bahay ko, malaki rin matitipid ko.
Right. Diba?
But then again, if they cannot afford it to begin with, wala din.
True.
Diba?
So, then going back to economics, the
Right,
poor ones
right.
will not be able to.
Right. At, nga pala, another news. In-announce nga pala ni Trump na naka-5G na sila sa US.
I thought Korea was the first one to do that.
Hindi, naka-5G na sila sa US.
I don't think so.
Ka-announce lang kanina. Kanina kahapon.
We don't really... Ano siya eh? Anything he says, you take with a grain of salt. Remember, the noise of the windmill turbines are cancerous daw.
Sabi nga ni Pinoy, pag walang hangin,
paano kung walang hangin?
Paano kung walang araw? Hindi mo alam ang gaya sabi mo. Okay, in fairness to windmills, meron din siyang ginagamit na baterya. They generate the power, pero may ginagamit siyang baterya.
Yes, you have to store those.
The energy. Oo. Hindi yung pag walang hangin, walang kuryente, hindi ganun yun. Well, ganun din sinabi ni Trump, di ba? Diba, darling, I want to watch TV now. But I can't, there's no wind. Hindi ganun yun eh.
Hindi yan pedal.
No.
Hindi ka aandar pag hindi mo pinadya.
Hindi, still, ito, pedal ha. Diba, pag nagbabike ka, you stop for a moment and may diretso pa rin eh.
May momentum.
May momentum, ganun yun eh, yung principle no.
You save some of that kinetic energy.
Yes, and that's the whole principle of it. The same with yung solar panel na tipong may mga baterya yan that stores your energy. Pag gabi, hindi yung sinasabi ni Pinoy pag walang araw.
Well, I wouldn't say na bobo siya. It's just
they all are.
These statements kasi sometimes are really blown out of proportion, taken out of context. And it happens to everybody, to all public
Hindi,
figures.
yung statement niya yung sa SONA, ni Pinoy, that was really ignorant. Ignorant yun.
They have their own.
Ignorant yun. I mean, you don't say na pag walang hangin, walang kuryente, walang araw, walang ilaw. You don't say that ng ganito. I believe hindi nagkakalayo tayo ng edad ni Pinoy. Hindi masyadong malayo. Let's just say.
So you're saying na he's around 20-ish? Kasi I was 16 eh.
Hindi, ibig sabihin lang. Ibig ko lang sabihin, na yung mga ganyan na solar panel, windmill should be basic knowledge for everyone. Everyone should know.
But it's not.
It's not. Presidente ka pa man, hindi ka dapat nagsasalita ng ganyan.
Pero wala bang nagre-review ng mga speeches nila before these are SONA speeches. These are not like may inauguration and you're asked to speak right away. You pull shit out of top of
Here's the
your
funny
head.
thing. Most presidents naman, with the exception of Marcos, do not write their own, and probably Duterte, do not write their own speeches.
Right. Duterte is well, he has somebody writing his speeches, pero
hindi naman yung
years
sinusunod.
away from.
Si Marcos naman, walang speech.
He's
impromptu.
Smart.
Fine. Okay yun. Pero hindi katulad din na Pinoy. Kunyari, if I were to read, if I were Pinoy, binasa ko ng ganun yun. Hindi ganun eh.
Mm-hmm.
Sino pa sumulat? Magbibiro pa ako, sino pa sumulat dito?
And I would also understand na pag binigay sa kanila yung speech, they will not have enough time to
review it. Babasahin na talaga sa prompter.
Kasi, let's give it to them na they have so much things to do talaga. Na their job is 24 hours.
Oh yeah.
24/7. It's not like you get off the office at 5 p.m. Diba? They spend all.
Wouldn't it be nice? Hindi po kunyari kung ikaw yung tayong dalawa, ikaw yung vice president ko, or ako yung vice president mo. Pasabi mo ako one time. But, ako yung daytime president, ikaw yung nighttime president, ha? Fine! Someone's in charge 24/7.
Pwede.
Di ba? That's the whole point of it.
Total, BPO experience mo naman. Panggabi ka. You've been covering US shift. Panggabi ka.
Oh, I mean, at that point, it makes sense, di ba? Na okay, Filipino people, ito yung vice president natin, siya yung in charge sa nighttime para makapagpahinga ako. Pag daytime, siya naman nagpapahinga.
Pero you have to
maganda yun, Mare.
You have to be in sync.
Maganda slogan ng 24-hour Philippines.
So, pwede.
Tama na. Ito, please.
20. Baka may mga politikong gustong gumamit na. Alam niyo na.
Dalawa yun. Yung isang sabi ko rin kay Oli na hindi namin na-record last time was, let's start building things.
We need
to build
to things. Industrialize. We need industries.
Yes, we need to build something already. Anything. Hindi yung mga expo na pag maaawa ka pag pumunta ka sa mga expo ng Pilipinas abroad, puro handicraft. Samantalang yung mga basket, yung mga tinatagal ko sa lumalaw, Hindi katulad ng mga expo ng ibang mga bansa, relos, smartwatch, cellphone,
we need to be able
kotse.
We need to be able to boast, to brag about technology na we're able to manufacture from top to bottom, dito lang talaga.
Kahit dito yung materials.
Yung dito lang talaga siya ginawa. Diba? You have the manpower, we have the technology, we have the smart people na pinakikinabangan ng ibang bansa.
We have some of the richest people in Asia. Hello.
Yes, that's true. Na nakapuhos ang pera nila mostly sa real estate.
Yeah. I mean, we should start, 24-hour Philippines and
Build.
Meron pa kasi iniisip na one time it's DOT slogan na busit na busit ako doon sa It's More Fun in the Philippines.
Na hindi kay Gordon kasi Wow Philippines.
Yung It's More Fun in the Philippines, pati yung poster yata ginaya sa Switzerland yata yung mga old poster.
Is that it?
Yeah, it's more fun.
Yung may ginaya sila ng 1960s na poster.
Something, yeah.
Something. I think I saw that.
It's more fun in the Philippines.
Right.
Yeah.
Yung ngayong logo ng na everybody's tried their hand on creating their own. Yung sa SEA Games, na ansagwa, yung bilog-bilog. Oo. I mean, I've seen people say, mga artists that actually wanted to contribute na parang, okay, this is something I did just off the top of my head. And it's
mas maganda.
Very great. There's one that I saw na siya, na with the same colors and all. Yung Philippine Eagle was in the picture. These are the mascots that we should be using.
Pwede.
We have our local species of animals na.
Di ba yun yung, if I'm not mistaken, yung parang Olympics pero bilog-bilog na gano'n ng Philippines.
Yun yun. Na mukhang may naglaro ng bubbles lang na bata. They just happen to be in the right position.
Alam mo, pagdating sa ganyan, minsan, hindi ko na parang, okay, whatever.
It's a law.
Whatever.
Isang argument ko dyan was, parang, okay, we all know it could have been done better. Pero, what's the big deal? Nobody remembers these logos after a few years.
Nobody, yeah.
Right?
True.
Do you remember any of the previous
I don't
SEA
even
Games
remember
logos?
it now until binigay.
Diba? There were previous SEA Games logos na magaganda. Nobody remembers now.
Yeah. May mga mascot pa nga nun.
Right.
If I remember correctly, meron pa yung tiger. Tiger, yeah.
When is that happen? This year? When is that happening?
I'm not sure.
This year or next year?
Hindi ko sinusundan eh.
SEA Games is every 2 years.
Hindi ko sinusundan yung SEA Games. Kasi parang hindi siya
big deal.
Huh?
Hindi siya big deal.
Hindi siya big deal.
Kasi the thing is, we focus on basketball. And when it comes to Southeast Asia, we're practically the US when it comes to basketball in Southeast Asia.
Yeah.
We're unbeatable. We can send college teams and we will win.
Yeah. Wag lang China ang kalaban.
They're not part of Southeast Asia.
Sabagay. Ang lalaking tao. Hindi malaman sa
We're
Hindi malaman sa pinagpupunan ang lalaking tao ng mga Chinese.
Sa Asia, well, they have almost 2 billion people. They're bound to have giants. The odds of them getting really great players. There's Yao Ming. One of my...
Naglalaro pa ba si Yao Ming?
Wala na. He retired. Na-inducted na siya sa Hall of Fame. I think that was last year or 2 years ago. Kasi for you to be inducted sa Hall of Fame, you have to be retired at least 5 years. Right? So if it was, parang 2011 yan, I don't remember exactly. Kasi when he came to the US, he needed to bulk up.
Nagpayatot siya.
Lalamunin nga nila Shaq dun eh. So, hindi kinaya ng paa niya. Parang he kept running into injuries. Laging injured because his weight is too much for his
tsaka masyado
bone
mataas.
structure.
Yeah. Ang inaabangan ko lang sa SEA Games or any, kahit Olympics or whatever, boxing.
Boxing is parang masyado siyang fair except dun sa scoring. Pero the sport itself, parang ang hirap magkaroon ng edge over the other if you don't really work your ass off.
Correct.
Diba?
Correct.
This is
that's how I like it.
That's
how I like it. It's not about height. Kasi Manny Pacquiao has proven that.
Right.
Kahit ang tangkad mo, bulping.
These are based on their weight classes. So if you're tall, you're bound to be skinny. If you're short, you're going to be stronger.
Yeah. Tsaka it's more of, it's a mental sport than anything. Dahil all contact sports, more of a mental skill than anything. Dahil it doesn't matter yung kahit na ikaw yung napakalakas sa tao. Kung wala kang skills, kung mabagal ka, wala.
Sobrang lakas mo, wala naman tinatamaan.
Sobrang
asintado mo, kalabit naman yung suntok mo.
Wala din. So, that's what I like about it.
Pero accuracy is more important sa amateur boxing.
Kahit na sa professional. Kasi yung parang fight science yata na naparod kong documentary, in order for you to make a solid punch, kailangan na sentrohan mo yun. Okay, which makes sense. Kunyari yung mga jab na halos dumikit lang sa pisngi mo, although it's counted as a point. Yung ginagawa ni Mayweather. Yung mga suntok niya, hindi naman talaga pamatay yun eh. It's 4 points.
4 points.
So okay lang. Hindi katulad ng mga sluggers talaga katulad na Manny, kailangan kumonek ng malakas.
Sila Mike Tyson.
Kailangan kumonek ng malakas na dapat sentro dito. Kung hindi mapapatumba yun.
Plus you have to hit them at the right spot.
Yes.
Hindi pwede the place or...
Yes, hindi pwede talaga kasi may padding eh. Now, UFC is a different animal.
Yes.
Nipis na. Pag tinamaan ka, kahit dito lang.
Sobrang nipis na.
Masakit yun.
Parang wraps lang yun.
Masakit yun.
Pero it also changes naman as the weight class go up.
Ganun ba?
Kumakapal siya.
Really?
Yeah.
Pero konti lang din,
Konti
hindi yung
lang.
glove. Pero
Unlike sa gloves.
Ito lang konti.
Parang 12 ounce na gloves yata sa boxing is 8 lang sa UFC. Open siya eh.
Oo.
Tapos knuckles lang talaga ang may open.
Oo. I mean, hindi lang yan. Okay. Ito, fine. Kung matuhod ka, mag-usap.
Oo.
Dito, kay dito lang.
Tuhod. Do you know si Anderson Silva, yung nabali, yung leg, pagsipa niya, sinalag ng isa pang leg. And then he had to step on it before he starts to realize na balik. Naglimaran pa yun eh. After the bone healed. Limaran pa siya, pero I think talo na siya.
It's not the same.
Right.
Magiging maingat ka na nun.
Pero, di ba they're saying bones are stronger
pag nabali?
They heal?
Yeah, di ba yun yung ginagawa ng mga, ano ba yun, yung Muay Thai, sinisipa yung kahoy?
Pero kasi when the bones kasi are porous, pag nabali yan and it heals, nagiging solid. Which is probably why it's strong.
Pero still, siguro if you...
Pero siguro it's more
kung intentionally pinapatibay mo yung pamo, that's one thing. Pero yung kunyari, mid-fight tapos nabali,
right.
May...
Yun nga, it's more mental. Although siguro scientifically mas matigas yung binti mo, pero in your head, kasi it's playing out na...
Imagine mo. Aray.
Pinakita ko yun sa misis ko. Talagang mahina yung misis ko kasi sa mga ganyang nababali, didislocate. So there was this college basketball player, si Kevin Ware, back in... After ni Anderson Silva yun, sa March Madness. Kasi I also watch college basketball. And it's nice. Ano siya? Mag-isa matakbo na, bali yung munti. Ganun din.
Tumatakbo lang?
Oo. This was before Paul George.
Bakit?
I don't really know. Parang something happened. Nabali siya.
Mali ang palo.
Bali talaga.
Mali ang palo ng palo.
Alala ko, post pa sa Facebook. May laban si Anderson Silva, may laro si Kevin Ware. Guys, good luck, break a leg.
That is so fucking bad. I know. Anyway, would you like us to discuss on our broadcast kung sino yung candidates ng senatorial?
Pwede. Pero kasi sa ngayon, hindi ako masyado focused. I have specific names in mind. Pero hindi pa complete yung list. Pero yeah, those are good topics.
Hindi, ganito lang. We cannot give people, yung ating mga potential manonood, kung ano yung sinilist natin per se.
Right.
Meron na akong list eh. Actually, gusto kong i-post sa Facebook. Kaso nga lang,
I mean, I can
we can run down one by one.
Right.
And probably yung kanilang mga plataforma and stuff, and we can talk about that.
Right.
We can probably give, para hindi naman masyadong time consuming, siguro mga 2 to 3 minutes each.
We need to come up with a list of candidates.
Dali lang yun.
I think my worry there are those unknowns talaga na.
Hindi na natin pa.
We don't know shit.
Sino to?
Anong plataforma mo? Para ka bang si Eddie Hill, gagawin $1 ang pera ng US para 1:1?
Parang dami yan. Isang presidential candidate. Sino ba si Lucifer ba yung lintik na yun?
Ito, yung
Lucifer na pangkalawakan.
Oo. Pangkalawakan, something.
Parang tumakbo na sila.
Last election yun. Last presidential.
Hindi, lagi, tuwing election yata tumatakbo yun.
Hindi ko sure.
Hindi, lagi siya nanuwisan. Pero, of course.
Nagpa-file lang naman siya. Hindi naman siya nagkaan. Libre naman yata mag-file eh.
Hindi, may fee yata. Something, 1,000 something.
Pwede.
Pero,
mag-file
trip lang yun. Magkaroon ka lang na sa TV minsan. Minsan, it could be a frat prank eh. No? Pwede. Neophyte.
There's this in the US, yung nag-file ng candidacy. These nuts.
Pwedeng frat prank lang. Neophyte, mag-file ka.
Mag-file ka ng certificate.
Salita ka ron.
Pag tinanong ka ng plataforma mo, make up something that people will remember. Diba? Pero merong iba talaga na they actually believe that they are gonna win. Eddie Hill, Eli Pamatong.
One crazy guy.
Diba siya yung nagbutas ng mga gulong, nagkalat ng pako sa kalsada.
Uy, biktima ako nun.
Seryoso?
Biktima ako nun. Nalate ako sa trabaho because of that.
Grabe.
Flat dalawa sa EDSA. How the hell does that happen? On that day na lumabas yun. No bull. I mean, mag-flatan ka ng isa, fine. Pero dalawa.
Anong purpose no? Is that really gonna get you votes?
Meron daw siyang siya daw yung supreme leader, whatever ng Pilipinas eh. Siya daw, sumasagot daw sa kanya si Obama, baliw nga.
Akalain mo. Buti pa. Talang si Duterte, galit na galit kay Obama. Stropa sila. So, going back dun sa list of candidates, maganda yun na wala rin yung list natin. So, we're not gonna put in our preferences, but merely discuss the merits of the individuals.
Hindi. To those watching, magiging obvious naman kung sino na yun.
True.
If I come up with a candidate and you tend to criticize, most likely.
Pero kasi I don't want yung mentality ng iba na
dahil dilawang ka, blah, blah, blah.
Pero kasi naman, you can't blame them. Like, I've seen people posting na, de, 8 diretso ako. Just because they're all affiliated to each other.
It's just, I don't believe that. Kung boboto ka ng 8 diretso or laban just because.
Yun nga, just because of their political affiliation.
Hindi ka matalino. I mean, hindi mo
exactly.
Merong mga tao sa 8 diretso na hindi karapat-dapat for Senate.
Yes.
At definitely merong karapat-dapat. Marami sa 8 diretso.
I'm not a fan of Liberal Party, pero Mar Rojas is a very smart person.
Yes.
I just don't think he's a leader, pero he's very good at what he used to do sa Senate.
He still does. I mean, he's very good. Yung sa laban naman, LDP? Laban? PDP, sorry. PDP laban, meron ding mahuhusay doon.
Magliw English.
Meron din patapon doon. Maraming patapon doon.
I mean, nandyan si Angara.
Of course.
Right. Angara switched sides. Galing siyang LP. I think LDP siya. They have their own political party. Tapos, he switches side every now and then. Based on what works.
What I'm more curious about is, we'll get into that next session. Probably next Friday?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll see.
Hindi pa naman, malayo pa ng may elections.
Matagal.
Pero campaign season na. Na-traffic ako kagabi, buisit. Nangangampan niya sa Makati. But anyway, Makati is a very interesting topic area ngayon. Kasi Jejo Mar is running for Congress. Jojo is running for mayor. Is a world-class parking lot. Kasama niya si Nancy Binay, definitely. Against Abby.
Against Abby.
Si Abby, nung tinignan ko yung kanyang post, wala siyang kamag-anak.
So, I've heard a few stories coming from somewhat reliable
unverified
sources na mas maganda raw bigayan kaya.
Okay. Sa tingin mo ba alam ko na kung sino yun? I'm pretty sure everybody knows what you meant. I'm pretty... Ganun naman ang kalakaran nung
jumping from one camp to another. Pero, I mean, it's a bad... They're promoting a bad image within their family. They can't even unite amongst themselves when it comes to issues like this.
Okay, let's put it this way. Lagay na sinasabi sa akin na mas maganda ang bigayan kay...
Okay. Sa isa, compared sa isa.
Doon na ako sa isa. Hindi nagbibigayan. Yun ang yun ang standard
Mm-hmm.
I tend to vote that way.
As a thinking vote.
I tend to vote that way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Pero that doesn't win votes. Right. Yun ang problema doon.
Kasi parang iboto ka, parang laging what's in it for me.
Right.
Although, that's exactly what they should be doing. I mean, they should promise good things to happen for most of the people. Not a select few.
Yeah.
Parang the population of the...
Yeah, pero kasi nga, if ang premise mo is honest governance.
Yes, you want to be on the side of
diba?
someone.
Yun ang kailangan natin lahat eh. Versus yung traditional politicians na lagi na lang nating nirereklamo and not do anything about it.
So the only thing that I'm sad about sa Makati na sa current situation is silang dalawa lang yung kandidato. How I wish there was that third person na bigla na lang,
Hindi ka
dark
mananalo.
horse na.
Hindi ka mananalo.
There was this instance back a few years back ng mayor sa Caloocan. Where
Echeverria, di ba?
Oo, where ang magkalaban nun was Malonzo and Asistio. And both of them were throwing dirt at each other so hard that they both think one of them is going to win. And then comes Echeverria, siya yung nanalo.
Oh.
So that's what I want to happen.
Alam mo, yun din ang nakita ko nangyari kay Duterte. Because during the debates, remember, they've been throwing mud at each other, everyone. Kahit si Miriam, binabato nila ng dirt because of her sickness.
Right.
Pero si Duterte is like, I support Miriam.
Diba? He is there.
Madam, okay yan.
Diba? Well, within the camera shots, pero off the air, diba? He's assisting si Miriam walk to the podium and all. I mean, these things are something that...
Big deal yun. Ako, that was good. That was good. I didn't vote for the guy, pero that was... Versus si Mar at si Bina.
Oo, di ba parang, okay, one of us needs to go down. You're going down. Parang puro sila ganun eh. Parang, I'm better than you. You're better than me. During that time was, if you don't think that I'm fit for this job, vote for any one of them.
Yeah. Which was a good deal. Campaign-wise. Kasi parang...
I mean, it can backfire. Pero, I mean, he took the risk of saying...
Yeah. Ang ayoko lang nung last election was Mar announced in public na we should get together para matalo na si Duterte, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Dapat pa-meeting ka lang yun.
Parang yan eh. Cartel eh.
Oo. Hindi. Okay yung strategy na yun if they talked about it in public, private. Hindi yung pinpublic mo,
mas maganda
yung rejection, public din. Nakakahiya ka ngayon.
Mas maganda siya siguro kung, alam mo yun, everybody's seeing it happen, pero nobody really spoke about it. Na parang...
Pinagbitingan lang
right, pinagbitingan nila in private. And then we see it happening na talaga, everybody's ganging up on this one person. Siguro nag-usap to. We're left to speculation. Diba? So we cannot really crucify them if they fail.
Nung nakita ko, nung nagtawag si Mar na tipong mag-join na yung ibang mga candidates to beat Duterte, alam ko mananalo si Duterte. It was hands down. Wala na.
He had a different approach to campaigning. Well,
pinagmumukha mong tanga yung mga tao.
Hindi traditional yung campaign strategy ni Duterte back in 2016.
What I can say about yung campaign strategy ni Duterte is typical kagat sa Pinoy.
Right. Pasok siya sa masa.
Pasok siya sa masa.
Parang Erap.
Pasok siya sa drama. Hindi, Erap is just run on his track record.
But during that time kasi, and this I remember very clearly, back in college, that was college days. So, yung isang kaibigan ko was actually, we were pushing for si Rocco, Raul Rocco, because I believed he was good for the country. Tapos, he went around sa lugar nila and asked the masa na parang, sino buboto nyo? Erap kami. And then he asked why. Ang sagot is, kasi erap para sa mahirap eh.
Yun lang.
Mahirap kami. Ayos erap. Okay. Paano kung hindi erap ang pangalan niya? Paano kung George? Hindi na George para sa mahirap. Hindi na namin siya boboto.
This is a sad story. And probably, ito makaka-relate dito yung karamihan ng ibang mga I do my part kasi pagdating ng eleksyon. Yung aming mga household helps and everyone who is willing to talk to me, I will discuss with them. Matyaga ako sa ganyan to discuss kung ano yung kandidato. And it was just heartbreaking yung time na tumakbo si Erap. Yung unang tumakbo siya, nanalo.
Oh.
May katulong kami rito matagal na sa amin. So, sino boboto mo? Si Erap daw. Hindi ko naman siya kinrusify for what she believes in. Kasi sabi ko, bakit si Erap? Sabi niya sa akin is very simple. Sabi niya, ay, sa amin, sa probinsya namin, hindi na importante sa amin hindi namin kilala yan sila Gloria. Hindi namin kilala yan sila, ang kilala namin, si Erap lang.
So, ang kalaban ni Erap that time na mabigat was si Miriam?
Hindi.
Si Rocco was based somewhere in the
Erap was ang pinakamabigit niyang kalaban. De Venecia, yes.
I remember that. Kasi siya yung pinopromote ni
FVR.
Ni Ramos. Right. Ayaw ni FVR kay Erap. Even though vice niya yan.
Oo.
Pero Ramos was still civil enough to do the turnovers. Right?
Ang problema naman kasi kay Erap, masyado siyang he's more okay na yung taking care of the poor, pero parang masyadong socialist yung kanyang stance. Halimbawa, parang kay Bina yan eh. Pareho, they're cut from the same free school, free hospitalization. Parang, di ba yung slogan niya, parang Makati. Free school, socialization, free hospital, free blah blah blah, etc. O question, sino babayad niyan?
Everybody else.
No.
Everybody else who can afford.
Papatayin mo yung middle class ngayon. Halos wala nang middle class eh.
And this is, speaking of middle class, ito yung bakit pro-Angara ako. Most of the reforms he did was for the middle class.
Like?
Yung tax reform. Hindi yung train remember he was one who pushed yung 13th month mo. The taxable amount was increased.
Right.
Which is way overdue kasi yung amount na 30,000 back then was approved when 90s.
Right.
Diba? By that time, inflation would have caught up with the amount. And yung 30 is not enough. Parang after 30,000, you get taxed for it.
Right.
So naging 82 yata or something. And then I think it grows based on the inflation rate. So adjusting siya, self-adjusting.
That's nice.
Right. And pinag-isipan.
Right.
Diba? It adjusts to the current inflation rate.
Alam mo, there are two candidates there are two senators na talagang believe ako sa ganyan. One is Angara. I still don't agree with the train law. One is Angara. Two is si Recto. Recto was responsible for VAT, which saved us from the worst financial crisis. Whether you admit it or not. But the thing is, but the thing is, yung mga ganyang economic measures, hindi na naiintindihan ng karaniwan tao.
Right. So, EVAT helped, plus the fact that GMA was an actual economist.
Yes, but the thing is, project nila yan eh. Si Recto, and GMA. Hindi naman tatakbo yung EVAT na yan kung hindi naman...
Right. Kung walang buy-in ng...
Pinag-usapan nilang lahat yan eh.
Kung walang buy-in ng executive at legislative.
Right. In the same token naman, yung train law, as much as we hate it, okay, fine. Talaga namang...
Parang siya eh, it's unnecessary evil.
Yeah, taxes are.
Parang, okay, you need to get money from
somewhere.
Right? It's either this or that. Wherever you go, somebody's gonna complain.
Right.
So
pero ang ayoko lang, yung mga welfare expenditures, it has to be tapered. Okay? You've known this from Shapiro, di ba? Hindi pwedeng libre lahat. Saan mo gagawin yung pera?
Kasi eventually, and they know this lawmakers know this. They have this separate discussion on funding. Every law.
Kaya nga yung IRR, di ba? Yun ang nakatenga.
Laging popondohan mo yan. Unlike si train is a way to generate money. You don't really need.
Ito pa nga yung, dito yung, di ba nga, meron na tayong free college. Wala pa yung IRR. meron tayong universal healthcare.
Pero di ba
Meron tayong universal health, wala pang IRR. Kasi papaunduhan mo yun.
di ba the free college, I think there was a potential source of funds. I don't remember where.
Hindi, ito nakakatawa. Sinasabi lang nila BAM, nila whoever, Poncio Pilato. May pondo, may pondo. Sinabi na ni Duterte, walang pondo nga eh. Pero sige, iniipit niyo ako, pirmahan ko. Kasi he knows very well na isusunod niya yung IRR eh. Kung bahala kayo dyan, sabi niya.
Sila gagawa niya.
Basta ako, idadagdag ko to sa achievements ko yung free education. Pero yung IRR is a different story.
Kasi he could have vetoed it, pero may medyo mabigat ang backlash.
Oo. Tsaka yung yung universal healthcare.
Kasi ngayon, last I heard sabi siya na parang itong budget for this year, pag may nakita akong sablay dyan, illegal or mali, veto ko yan. The good thing with our current budgetary structure is, hindi tayo katulad ng US na nagkakaroon ng government shutdown. If the budget for the current year is not passed, we work on the previous years. Ngayon, GMA used to do that. She did that multiple times, multiple years. I may be wrong, correct me. Ang nangyayari yata daw is, if she vetoes a budget, she uses yung previous years, and then when the modified budget comes in and she approves, she has both budgets to approve.
Yan nag-iisip.
Right. I may be wrong. Again, this is...
Yan nag-iisip. Halimbawa na lang. May problema tayo sa budget. Pero yung huling budget na in-approve natin, puno ng pork. So, i-veto ko lahat dyan.
So, meron na akong budget na bago na.
May
Tapos,
pork pa.
In-approve mo yan, dalawa na ngayon yung budget.
Yung adjustment.
Right. Nakwento lang sa akin yun, napag-usapan. I don't know for a fact kung tama yun.
It is a good strategy. It may be sound. Maybe sound. Okay siya.
So, knowing ngayon when I heard na i-veto niya pag may sablay,
si GMA
knowing Duterte, maybe GMA has a hand in this.
GMA to.
Kasi I've seen this happen nga kay GMA.
Hindi lang yun. Yung mga ibang galaw ni Duterte pretty much GMA style.
True.
GMA style. Baka
GMA was good.
Baka nga pag natulog si Duterte, wag niyang tatanggalin ang mata niya kay GMA, baka pagising niya si GMA na presidente.
I mean, you can say what you want to say about
si Alvarez.
Pero
natulog lang eh.
Pagising niya.
Iba na speaker.
Another...
Imposibleng hindi nakatunog yun, pare. And here's the thing. Everybody was surprised.
Nilakad ni Sara yun?
Hindi. Here's the thing. Today, alam ko, speaker pa ako. Alam ko. Walang threat. Otherwise, nanliligaw na ako. Walang ganun eh.
Surprise talaga.
Oo, kinabukasan pa. Ha?
Pero ang balita nga, ginapang daw yun with the help of Sara.
Oo.
Pero, say what you want to say about GMA. I think ang sablay or somebody who's doing the dirty work talaga yung asawa niya.
Si Mike?
During her term.
So, I wouldn't put it too much that. Kasi,
pero
mahirap i-air tong sasabihin ko, but never mind.
In any case, none of the charges were proven. So.
Hindi yun. It's regarding their marriage. But I don't want to comment on that right now.
Anyway, that happened in the past. So whatever's happening now, it's more important.
In love sila sa isa't isa. Yun ang masasabi ko.
I mean, there is Jinky Pacquiao and Manny Pacquiao back in the day. Diba? Napag-usapan namin ng misis ko to na nang bababae si Manny and si Jinky nandiyan dyan. And then we were saying kung ako si Jinky hindi na nakuwalis, bakit ako walis? Bakit ako makikipag-iwalay? Ang daming pera yan.
Kung nang bababae si Manny.
Oo. Right? Hindi naman tayo katulad ng US na you fight for divorce and then you split the money. Hindi tayo ganun eh. Siguro kung ganun tayo.
Do you think we need a divorce law now?
I'm torn. Yes and no. Yes, because I think it will solve a lot of the current domestic problems. No, because I think it will corrupt the values that we put on marriage.
Okay. Ito naman, I am for divorce only on extreme measures as a last resort.
Pwede. That
Yun ang
is a
sa akin.
compromise. That's a compromise.
Halimbawa, ginajombag yung misis.
Mhm.
Ano?
Yun nga. So,
Where the hell do you come back from that?
pag ipinakulong mo, okay, let's sabihin nila. No? Sabihin nila is, file a criminal case, pakulong mo sila dati. But the thing is, you're still married to them. Okay?
Yeah.
You cannot remarry.
Where do you come back from that? Pangalawa, child abuse. Where do you come back from that?
You don't.
You don't.
Parang
And then, under the law and under the church, you're
still
married.
married.
You're supposed to
you still
live with
hold
this
certain
person,
rights.
di ba? Now, that is not to say lalaki lang ang may kasalanan. Minsan babae din.
Right.
Blah, blah, blah. There have been instances na yung babae pa ang pusher. How do you come back from that? May babae rin ng Google Pay. Oh, where do you come back from that?
Well, sa babae ng Google Pay, unfortunately, people looks at it differently if it was the other way around.
Hindi. Ang ibig ko na sabihin, kunyari, walang recourse pa rin yung lalaki kung ginugulpi siya ng babae. Ganun din eh. It's gulpi is gulpi.
Right.
Kung MMA fighter ba yung napakasawa?
Sila ang Rouse. Napangasawa mo.
Magalit siya.
Panalo ka pero napikon sa'yo one time. At na-armbar ka.
Patay. So, di ba, where do you come back from those?
I think.
Oh, ito pa. Married, death row. Either babae o lalaki nasa death row. Oh. How do you come back from that?
Tapos yung death row mo is on hold forever.
Yeah. I mean, reclusion perpetua. Nandun ka na. Paano yung isa nasa labas?
How do you live your life?
Yeah,
You
you cannot
get help from another partner.
Hindi mo, wala kang, dito, you don't have any freedom to pursue your own happiness. Diba?
And I think that's where, well, not on those extreme circumstances. I think that's one of the reasons why I think it will corrupt yung current value that we place on marriage.
Hindi naman. Kaya nga extreme and last
Right,
resort
right.
eh.
Pero
Hindi siya halimbawa, you cannot file for a divorce based on ng babae lang si mister or ng lalaki
actually,
lang
sa
si
US, diba? I think you can file for a divorce
based on that.
because
No,
just because you don't
just
want
because,
to be with each
meron
other
ganun.
anymore.
Wag ganun.
I don't. That's also where I don't.
I draw the line there. But again, yung divorce for me should be extreme and last resort.
Okay.
Yun lang yun.
I go for that.
Pero anything measly, kunyari hindi ko lang siya falling out of love.
Malakas maghilik sa gabi.
Falling out of love.
Oo.
Okay.
Yun.
Ano yun?
Parang, kasi for you to stay together, you have to work on it. It's not, kasi kasalanan to ng mga drama na napapanood nila eh. Na when they see each other, sparks fly, and then
Kala mo
they're
ganun
in
lang yun.
love.
There are real consequences after
Right.
that.
And kailangan mong magtrabaho. You don't spend as much time together as you want to. May papasok kayo, magkikita kayo at a certain number of hours. But you're too tired to do something else. You have to rest. Diba? And then the bills comes in. Then may kaaral yung bata.
Yeah, minsan, kamustahan na lang.
Right.
How's your day?
Lalo na ako, di ba? Panggabi ako. Misis pang araw. So she comes in sa hapon. Pagdating niya sa bahay. Luluto. Kakain kami. Siya pupwesto na ng tulog. Ako maliligo na. Papasok. So shifting kami sa kama.
Okay.
Diba? Imagine that.
Because I understand, that's why yung sinabi mo sa akin, if you get free time, as much as possible, maximize the time.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't get that more as often as you want to get. Diba? When you have it, make sure you spend it with them.
Right.
or do something that would make you happy at the very least. Diba? If you're not gonna have to spend it, if you won't be able to spend it with them, at least do something that's good for you.
Oh, by the way, everyone, if there's a topic you want us to discuss, put it in the comment section.
We'll look
Pwede
into
na,
it.
yeah, we'll look into it.
Hindi lahat ay okay.
Makipagbalitaktakan din kami sa inyo sa comment section. And we'll pick it up. Walang problema.
Yeah.
I'll pick it up. Kahit na sensitive yan, walang problema. Okay? Again, after our first test broadcast, this is our second test broadcast. Hindi pa kami nagbibihis, 24 hours na kami nandito. Okay? Again, this is...
Yung kape ko luminaw na, naging tubig na.
If you enjoyed our little talk, I hope you join us again for our next broadcast. My name is Patrick. This is my friend
Oliver.
Okay? Join us again next time. Thank you.
See you.
Okay.